Welcome to Blunt Kings, motherfucker.
Smoke weed every day.
Yo, we are back with episode 37, Blunt Kings podcast. I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.I.O. Val. This is my boy.
Hey, Omega with the funky dope flavor, a.k.a. the Funkle, the Drunkle. I don't need to capitalize on that anymore. You already know who I am. You already know who I be. We're just going to keep it real fucking solid in the in the business, in the billing.
In the B.I.Z. All right, I'll help you finish that one. We're jumping into the first week of April. Hip-hop is super irate. Jay-Z gets called out. Kanye West drops Bully and shocks the industry. Plus, we have a updated topic of discussion that we're going to be talking about. I guess Charleston White and Young Thug are going at it. I just saw that right before the show, so I had to add that in.
Man, little man, be safe.
Yeah, Charleston White... definitely one of those guys that I feel is just watch. We'll get into it, But first, we're gonna jump into the birthdays, all the hip hop birthdays, and maybe a couple more that don't have to do with hip hop, but they're definitely gonna be missed either way, for sure. April 1st, we got who's that?
Method Man
At 1971, and then we got
Big Sean,
1989, and then April 2nd, we got
Quavo,
1991,
Young Ma.
April 3rd, 1992.
No, Heath Ledger there.
April 4th, rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
And then we got Pharoahe Monch.
Yep, April 5th, 1972.
Shut the fuck up.
Juicy J, 1975. And then April 6th,
Wild Wild West.
we got Kool Moe Dee, 1962. And then April 7th, this one's hilarious. Jackie Chan,
Sorry.
Uno Mas.
Sorry. No. Yeah.
Those are definitely all the birthdays for the first week of April. Most of them were hip hop, except for Heath Ledger and Jackie Chan, but I like them both. They're hip hop to us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
Rest in peace.
Let's see. We're gonna jump into it. Hey Omega, how was your week this week?
Man, I'm still battling with the allergies, and that's for real. You know what I mean? It's fucked up there. It's a sad truth there. But man, where we live there, out here in the dusty, they don't call it the dusty Southwest for anything, because 1 week we're good, and then fucking 3 days later we're sick for like fucking 7 days again with the allergies there. So, that's where it is with that. The work week has been beautimous.
Yeah.
It's been beautimous there. On
Beautimous.
any other given day.
Was that beautiful and glorious?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Beautimous there. But, there are all those fucked up days. You know what I mean? So
it's been a pretty smooth week. Saving the world. Putting in the grip hours this week. So that's all that really counts, is that we save the world one day at a time. One Nana, one Nino, one T.I.O at a time, if you will.
Nino, no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit for sure. And I understand you on that.
Yeah. So let's jump into it, A Omega. My week was dope. It was cool.
No. Your week, how was your week?
No, that's just saying. It was chill. It was good.
Talk to the kiddo.
Yeah, everything's good on the forefront of the family, the Vile. Everything is going good for sure.
Amen. Gracias por todo. Thank you, Lord.
With that being said, we're going to jump into all of the hip-hop drops in the first week of April from 1989 till 2026.
Strap in.
We're going to start off with Ultramagnetic MCs, 1988. One of the most influential lyrical / production blueprints ever. Kool Keith was definitely in this group. One of my favorite rappers of all time. If you don't know who that is, he's also Dr. Octagon. Check him out. Kool Keith, he was also in that Beef documentary and the Art of Rap documentary with Ice-T. He was writing some raps in the little diner and shit. He says he has a rhyme for everybody. If anybody tries to diss Kool Keith, he says he has a diss already written for everybody in the game. So
I see you, game. Yeah. I see you, and I know how to pronunciate your name. Yeah, he's one of those ones there. So watch out with that one. He is a trendsetter.
Yeah, definitely. Super obscure raps. Just a different type of rhyme scheme, if you will, and different personalities for each rhyme scheme that he has. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty dope. Also that year, or not that year, let's see, what was it? April 1st, we had Young, Rich, and Dangerous by Criss Cross.
Shit.
Remember Tonight is the Night? That was like when
that was 96.
Yeah, that was when they kind of came back with the braided hair. One of them was bald. One of them had the long braids. Remember that shit?
Yeah. I remember riding around with my homeboy, man. His grandma just got a 2-door Honda Accord, you know what I'm saying? Had that like ocean blue on it, you know what I'm saying? No tint. You know, just rolled down the windows and just stunt on everybody. We didn't even have licenses. We was like 13, 12 years old. Driving that shit.
Yeah,
man,
I remember
you know what
that
I'm saying?
shit.
Because we grew up a lot faster than everybody in our generation at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I remember there was a time where I would not only disappear with like the seniors when I was a freshman and for like senior ditch day and shit, but like when I would hang out with like, you know, my cousin T.I.O in Santa Fe when we were super young, someone would always end up stealing one of their parents' cars and we'd drive all the way to Santa Fe and hook up with chicks and then drive back to, we'd drive all the way to Albuquerque, hook up with chicks, drive all the way back to Santa Fe, drop off the car, we'd get dropped off. It was just weird. You know what I mean? Like I've never heard of, like you said, we grew up so fast. I've never heard of any kids doing that and surviving some of the shit that we actually went through. So
and listening
very blessed to be alive right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
and you know the crisscross because that was after their jump era. So they're like, okay, they started having a different demeanor. That they started having a different lyrical
Come back
approach.
with something more mature.
You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, cool. This is what I need to do it. You know what I mean? But shout out Crisscross on that album. That was the best thing, man. R.I.P. to the group member.
Oh yeah, April 2nd, I Got It Made, Special Ed, 1989. One of the smoothest teen MC flex tracks ever. If you guys don't know who Special Ed, definitely check it out. He is definitely one of the innovators and pioneers of early hip hop for sure in the 1989, 90s era.
They call him MC.
I remember one time we're doing the Southwood 16 and we had an MC on there. I have to tell this story because you called him Special Ed. We had an MC on there named Serious Ed or Serious the Marvel, or what was the name? Serious the Marvel. Yeah. And when it was time for him to go up, A Omega, he was all, now it's time for Special Ed.
I'm sorry.
Remember that shit, bro?
I'm sorry. Well, we recognize you. We see you there. We know you're doing good things.
Shout out to Serious Ed. Shout out to the whole Alpha Primate crew. You know what I'm saying?
We see ya.
Yeah. Shout out
I'm
to J.
sorry.
Shout out to I forgot the name of their DJ Simeon, I believe is the name of their DJ. I was trying to think of it, but okay. Anyway, moving along. April 3rd, Business Never Personal EPMD features crossover, major moment in rap going mainstream. EPMD is Eric Sermon.
And Parrish making dollars.
Yeah.
Eric and Parrish making dollars there,
That's
man. Right. Fucking those two cats were recipes that could not be fucked with there. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know, those were the cats that really laid it down. You know what I mean? They brought some of the storytelling patterns to light there. You know what I mean? Because you had cats in 1992 that were just right there, just like Nas was. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So these were some of the these are the Kendrick Lamars of their time, folks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And the Dr. Dre's too, if you think about
it. The Dre's and all of this there.
Yeah, because Eric Sermon, not only a dope rapper, but still till this day a dope producer.
And he been on since like Eazy-E time.
I think he gets paid every time. Like, you know the Looney sample, right? For I Got Five on it. Eric Sermon created that during the EPMD days. I'm pretty sure it's an EPMD song, right? Right. So every time that song gets sampled, Eric Sermon gets paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious. There. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the sample. If I'm wrong, let me know.
Club Nouveau.
Yeah.
Club Nouveau. Why you hate me so bad?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah.
That's wild. But yo, shout out to EPMD, Eric and Parrish making dollars, man. You know what I mean? Wish y'all could come back and collab.
All right, we move on. April 4th, Funky Divas by In Vogue drops R&B crossover. Not pure rap, but you remember this song from fucking the soundtrack. Don't Set It Off. That
Set It Off there.
One of the dopest hip hop bank robbery movies of all time. Honestly.
And still, for me, there anytime like, you know what I mean? Because I'm an older cat there, and I try to talk to a female nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, literally there, you know what I mean? I feel she's going to fucking be like, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never get it. No. You know what I mean?
Every time I meet a chick, it's more like Salt and Pepper. It's like, what do they say? Push it.
That's fucked up. I know my brain's fucked up at the same time.
You gotta
With
drop that shit,
man. You
dog.
know what I'm saying?
You gotta
like
hit-
these ones right
You
now.
gotta hit him with that confidence, bro. That's all. That's all it is.
Well, I'm gonna hit him with the confidence. Just fucking, quit fucking let your guard down a little bit instead of saying you're never gonna get it, never gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Tell him, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put my work. I'm gonna get it in. You know what I'm saying? There, yeah. More.
You gotta tell them what it is, bro. You gotta remember, girls like it. They like to be led, bro. That's the main thing, and that's all I could say.
I'm gonna smack you around. No,
They like that sometimes.
yeah, with emotional distress.
Speaking of, what was the most famous song from Third Base? What was it called?
Oh, pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, speaking of popping the weasels,
Yeah,
Third
popping my
Base,
weasel.
April 5th. Derelicts of Dialect, 1991 includes Pop the Weasel, the MC Hammer diss. I didn't even know that was an MC Hammer diss until now.
The funny thing about that one too, there, I mean, MC Search and the homeboys that did it there, that was my first motherfucking actual CD, and I still have the album. I bought the album and the CD. You know what I mean? At that time,
That's how you know it's good. Like when you know you like it, that you get everything you can.
and it was great. It was great there for sure. You know what I mean? Because it had the fucking whole Peter Gabriel sample behind it there. Sledgehammer. And I don't wanna be your sledgehammer. Ow! You know what I mean? But that was that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Third base there. You looped it.
And then they were also responsible for Live at the Barbecue, which was one of Nas's first performances and features.
Amen to that.
Introduced him to the game, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Third Base. What was his name again? What was the guy's name?
MC Search?
Yeah, MC Search, yeah. He reminds me of DJ Uncut. He looks like DJ Uncut to me for sure. But anyway.
Like Ill Style.
Yeah. Like if they both had a baby.
Ill Style.
All right. April 6th, they reminisce over you. Troy, Pete Rock, and CL Smooth, one of the greatest hip hop songs ever, no debate. If you guys don't know who Pete Rock and CL Smooth is, you guys don't know who hip hop is. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there like that. One of the most original, thought-provoking groups that ever came out, and it was a good, producer MC duo, just like Gangstar or what's another good one? Like Eric B. Rakim, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit.
These
Fresh
cats.
Prince, that Jazzy Jeff type shit, you know?
You know what I mean? They put this song was so influential that they decided to even hook it up later in its days and put it inside of soundtracks for video games, folks.
Oh, yeah.
That's how this one was, right?
Yeah.
NFL Street. You know, you had the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like you had the basketball where they were playing in the court.
Yep.
You know why? Because they were fucking demographing that. You know, they were projecting
Hip-hop.
that to the particular people that were actually doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Grant Hill, Hakeem Olajuwon. You know what I mean? Here comes this with the slam dunk. You know what I mean? Like Troy, that was the 192 there. This song was basically repping NBA Jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all of that shit there, we're watching movies with soundtracks with Tupac there, Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? We're above the rim.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it was. Hoopla, right? You
Hoopla,
went to
yeah.
a couple of Hoopalas there in Albuquerque,
Hoopla,
man.
Hoop It Up. all
Hoop it
that
up.
shit,
Yeah, Hoopla, man. That's the real shit there. But Troy there, you know, the real ones. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. All right. Moving along. April 7th. All We Got Is Us. Onyx, 1995. Dark, gritty, post-success album. Super underrated. I love Onyx every time they come up. We still haven't forgot. Bro, can you do me a favor? Can you look up who the group members of Onyx, ONYX? I know it's
another one. Give it another one.
Fredro Star, Sticky Fingers, but I can never think of the third guy.
Hastings needs his beer. Can I make it clear?
Watch, we're gonna look it up. We're finally gonna get it right. Episode 37, and we're gonna get all three members right. We got Fredro Star, Sticky Fingers, and what is it, AO? Watch, read it.
Yo, man.
Oh, see? Sunny C's. I would have never got that. And then who was that? Big DS. That was probably the producer. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to Onyx. We finally got all of you fuckers in one sentence on one episode. So,
Yeah, man.
shout
we
out
fried
to y'all.
out here, dog.
All right, moving along. April
Thank you,
1st, we got Life After Death and Notorious B.I.G. 1997, one of the greatest rap albums ever. Dropped just weeks after his death. Godson also dropped at the UK release window is when it came out in the UK. Made You Look, still ringing in the streets.
Okay.
And then we move on to April 2nd of 2000, where we hit Like Water for Chocolate, Common, 2000. The Soulquarians era,
good.
sorry. Dilla vibes all over this one.
Guaranteed, man.
And then we also had April 3rd, The Massacre by 50 Cent in 2005, I'm sorry. And then, let's see, we got Fish Scale by Ghostface Killah, April 4th, 2006. One of the best Wu solo albums ever. And then we have Uncontrolled Substance, April 4th, 1999 by Inspector Deck. Underrated debut. Shit.
All day, every day.
Wu-Tang definitely known
Dominating.
for dropping in that April month for sure. We've seen a lot of that throughout the trend of when we read off these timelines for sure. That's just pretty tight. And then we got April 5th, Ludacris, 2001, Word of Mouth. This is peak Luda, super funny, disrespectful, full of hits. Word of Mouth was a super dope album, actually. I remember that one. That one had like Twista on it. That song.
A lot of features there, a lot of good shit there. Definitely a collaboration album for him there, right in the middle, in the peak of his career there, to keep him relevant there for sure. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I remember that. I banged the fuck out of that one. That was
All
a
right.
banger, man.
April 6th, speaking of Twista, Kamikaze 2004 includes slow jams. Yay, Twista, Jamie Foxx classic. That was a good album for sure. Slow jams definitely a super chill.
Wanna be. Yeah, man, that was the first time we heard anything like that.
I remember seeing footage of Jamie Foxx singing that hook, and I remember him telling the
that
story.
you wasn't ready.
Yeah, and then
well.
right after that, they did Gold Digger for sure for Kanye West album. So like he was like, damn. He was like, Jamie Foxx is like perfect at emulating people, and let's get this shit cracking. You know what I mean? And then it ended up being a movie and the song on the fucking.
And then Jamie there, he was always naturally a singer even before. You know what I mean? Like he was always into the, you know what I mean, into the R&B and into that. You know what I mean?
Since like In Living Color and shit.
And
right?
then it transitioned into the comedic part of him there. So it all kind of just rolled into play with Jamie there, which is a crazy one. But yeah, Twista, that one, funny ass shit, man. Fucking gotta love that. Made a staple in the Nexus of time.
All right. Then we got April 7th, Hardcore by Lil Kim, 1997.
Nasty.
Early April chart impact changed the game for female rappers, no debate. She definitely started off the wave of the Lil Kim. I mean, the Lil Kims. The fucking.
Hey man, you said it right.
No.
Yeah, you
Lil
correct.
Kim started off the wave of the Cardi B's and the Doja Cats and the Megan Thee Stallions and
That grandma.
the Glorillas.
That
and,
grandma.
Yeah, she's definitely the queen bee to the Nicki Minaj's and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Lil Kim. I know she's definitely tapped in and gave
no more
gave us
talks.
a shout out on the show. Yeah,
No more talks. You're good where you are, Fox.
right. All right, let's see.
Silver Fox.
April 1st, we had Entitled by Nas, 2008. It was originally titled, you know.
Yeah, the N-word.
Yeah, there we go. All right, controversy alone made this a moment. It was the album where he's showing his back to the camera and it like
Has the big N on it.
Yeah, the big N whipped into his back. He was definitely trying to make a statement about how certain artists feel like they are slaves to the industry or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not that anymore, they still feel like that still to this day, I guess.
And the way that fucking the civilians in society were being treated there.
Mm-hmm.
At that time frame there was a lot of stuff going on, and it's still going on to this present time.
Yeah.
Which
And
is
then
crazy.
April 1st, 2014, YG dropped My Crazy Life.
LA, stand up, LA.
DJ Mustard, Era Peak. Yeah, if you guys don't know, YG, when he first came out, it was on some Tooted and Booted shit. Remember? He was singing, kind of like sing rapping. And yeah. I don't know why he still doesn't do that shit. That shit's pretty tight, actually. That was a really good song.
Bring that back instead of brick and brack bullet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Quit trying to be so gangster.
Man, you
YG.
can't fucking gang bang on bacon, son. Come on now. Not on the cops, but I mean, you banging on breakfast? For real. Fuck.
And then we got April 2nd, 2018, ASAP Rocky drops Testing. Experimental Shift divided fans heavily, and then Look Alive by Black Boy JB and Drake came out, or Black Boy JB, sorry, and Drake 2018 chart dominance on April 2nd.
Yeah, they had that good little run with that song for a minute. Yeah, I remember that.
I liked it. That was a good
It,
song.
it was.
actually.
I mean, it was a buzz. It was a buzz.
The beat was nasty.
Sometimes he just better on features there too when he could just put his little implementation on it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like for real. Sometimes all you need is just a little accent or something to make it fucking sound just a little bit more different.
Then we got April 3rd, Finally Famous by Big Sean, 2011. Early April buzz period, blog era buildup paying off. We had Rack City by Tyga, 2012, April 3rd. And then we moved to April 4th, Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle in 2018. And that was Grammy nominated. We also had The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj in 2014 on April 4th. April 5th, we had Take Care by Drake, 2012. You could stop me whenever, you know what I mean? Let's see, April 5th, 2011, we had Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar. We could stop there. Do you remember that album?
2080 there.
Section 80, yeah.
No, Section 80 there?
Yeah.
8.0, right? Section 8.0
Yeah.
there. No, I mean, was that I Love Myself? Like that?
No, that was his very first album. That was the one that had, let's see.
I mean, because it was Mad Kid, Rich City, right? That was the one where he had the van in the front.
Watch, bring it up.
You know what I mean? Like, I remember all that there. I'm still on airplane mode.
It's not any of his famous songs, because like Good Kid, Mad City was the one that had like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe and Swimming Pools. This was the one right before that. Watch. Let's see.
Who the fuck? I mean, I can hear the song. It was like a high pitch, it sounded like a big.
Oh, High
Sean
Power is one of the songs on there. High Power. You remember that shit?
No. They don't play it enough.
I know. It's a really good album.
The people
honestly.
out here, we still listen to the radio because
It was like, okay, so Section 80 came out, and then Over Dedicated, the mixtape came out, and then right after that, it was when he dropped Good Kid, Mad City, and that's when Drake
and that was
took
12.
off. Yeah.
That was 2012 there.
Yeah.
So you're talking 11 to 10
Yeah.
time frame as far as like decade or year wise there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you there. No, I mean, I really didn't know on to that anything on that there. My brother-in-law actually bought me for my birthday the motherfucking Mad Kid Rich City motherfucking CD and said, yo, check this out,
Good
man.
Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. Fucking bad rich, bad city. You know what I'm saying? Fucking rag kid, hood city.
That's the only thing I'll ever correct you on. It's just because it's one of my favorite albums. You could slaughter any of these other titles if you
It's all good there. Mad Slid Hood Ritty. Mad Slid Hood Ritty.
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City. I'm just kidding. And then we go to April 6th. If you're reading this, It's Too Late by Drake in 2015. And then March Madness by Future, same year, same day. They both were dominating the charts at the time.
Yeah, Future was on a fucking good run because of his production at the time. You know what I mean?
It seems like Drake and Future both like to drop in April, because then April 7th we have More Life by Drake in 2017, and then Mask Off, the single, came out.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
in
COVID. That was
2017.
COVID shit
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Mask off. Everybody want to take their mask off. Get sick. Everybody get sick. You know what I mean?
And then
I'm just fucking around.
April 1st, 2019, we had Racks in the Middle by Nipsey Hussle and Roddy Ricch. And then What's Next by Drake, 2021, April 1st. April 2nd, Slime Language 2 by Young Thug and YSL.
Okay. Yeah. That they were popping right then.
Yeah.
They were getting it in, and then that's right before he got fucked up.
And we'll talk about that later, because he's going to come up later in these topic discussions for sure. And then Up by Cardi B was coming out 2021, April 2nd.
If it's up, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up.
And then we had Meet the Woo 2. It was a mixtape by Pop Smoke in 2020, April 3rd. And Lil Baby and Drake dropped Yes Indeed in 2019, April 3rd. Let's see. April 4th, we had Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, Pop Smoke. It was one of my favorite albums for sure.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah, and then we had Big Energy by Lotto. That single came out that year as well on April 4th, 2022.
He did that song.
Yeah. April 5th, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart by Finn Staples, 2022. Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow in 2021, April 5th dates. Let's see. The Melodic Blue, this is a good album by Baby Keem, April 6th in 2021. And then Super Gremlin, the single by Kodak Black in 2022, April 6th.
That one was heavy, dog. The visuals for that music fucking video to me were still like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
yeah.
I could just, I took in everything on that one and I was like, damn, dog, fucking he be out there wilding.
And then April 17th, Call Me If You're Lost by Tyler, the Creator, 2021, still number 1 this week. DJ Drama also had a comeback. And Like That came out with a Future Metro Boomin featuring Kendrick Lamar. And then
Metro!
And that was what sparked all the major rap beef conversations. So before we go to commercial, I want to play this, and then we're going to talk about what we hear on this. What do you think about this, Ao?
Bitch ass nigga. Hey, yo.
This is Charleston White addressing Young Thug.
Yeah, boy, Young Thug down there finna be a victim tonight. Yeah, this nigga. Man, any nigga approach you from the back. Yeah, you a hoe, nigga. Yeah. One thing I know, nigga with that 30-year probation, let me explain something to you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey Williams. Let me explain something to you.
Oh, you calling me by my government name?
That's
You on
crazy.
probation,
You on probation.
right? You just approached me, threatening me. Your words was, we step on shit, okay?
Damn.
You didn't say I, you made it plural. You said we. So that's in cohorts. I mean a gang. You on probation. Then you had a fellow with you that was possessing a gun. You are not supposed to be around with people that had guns. Eyewitness, along with other witnesses, saw your friend with the short body, with the fat, pudgy stomach that hangs above, over his waistline like a kangaroo pouch.
fucking hilarious.
The fat uncle was clutching the gun.
The
His exact
fat
words as he
uncle.
was clutching the gun or appearing to be clutching the gun. I assumed it was a gun. I think it was a gun. I believe it was a gun.
I'm gonna stand by.
Right? That makes it aggravated assault. His words was, don't lose your life in her. My words was, do it. Then other people came out and interfered. I proceeded to brandish the mace and pull out the mace and say, you niggas will get mace. So I understand
Little
we was on the
gotcha.
private airport's property, which is under the Federal
yourself safe.
Aviation
This
Administration.
happened at an airport,
So
private
first
airport.
thing Monday morning, because you said Jeffrey Williams on probation, a.k.a. King Slime, a.k.a. Young Thug. You said we step on shit. Your other brother, your goon with the gang chain, the YSL spider chain, pretending to clutch a gun as he was assuming to be brandishing and holding the gun.
All right. With
Yo.
that being said, we're going to go to break real quick, and then we're going to talk about that and then a couple more topics of discussion.
What the fuck?
This episode is brought to you by Bizcochitos, the best edible cookie in New Mexico, along with
Polite's bodega there. You know what I'm saying? Go get those exotic blunt wraps that you need. You know what I'm saying? Go look them up. The best in the Duke City. It's your boy A Omega with the Funky Dough Flavor. As always there, I'm here with my co-host with the most there. This your boy.
Val. T.I.O. Val, the host with the most, the grossest uncle. We'll be right back. When we come back, we're going to jump into this Charleston White Young Thug beef.
This shit right here, nigga. 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 This shit right here.
Play it
Let
again.
me explain something to you. You on probation, right? You just approached me, threatening me. Your words was, we step on shit, okay? You didn't say I, you made it plural. You said we. So that's in cohorts.
It's kinda
I mean,
crazy,
a
yeah.
gang. You on probation. Then you had a fellow with you
He's
that
good
was
with
possessing
words.
a gun. You are not supposed to be around with people that had guns. Eyewitness, along with other witnesses, saw your friend with the short body, with the fat, pudgy stomach that hangs above
That shit makes me laugh every time.
over his waistline like a kangaroo pouch. The fat motherfucker was clutching the gun.
Rue.
His exact words as he was clutching the gun or appearing to be clutching the gun. I assumed it was a gun. I think it was a gun. I believe it was a gun. Right? That makes it aggravated assault. His words was, don't lose your life in her. My words was, do it. Then other people came out and interfered. I proceeded to brandish the mace and pull out the mace and say, you niggas will get mace. So I understand we was on a private airport's property, which is under the Federal Aviation Administration. So first thing Monday morning, because you said Jeffrey Williams on probation, a.k.a. King Slime, a.k.a. Young Thug, you said
he's calling him out.
We step on shit. Your other brother, your goon with the gang chain, the YSL spider chain, pretending to clutch a gun as he was assuming to be brandishing and holding the gun.
All right, so Ayo, I know we played this before we went to commercial, but I wanted to play it one more time just so that way everybody's refreshed on it, including us. So basically what had happened is Young Thug approached Charleston White at a private airport. It was after a Drewski reunion or whatever. And I guess Young Thug approached him and Charleston White didn't back down. I guess he pulled out some mace. Young Thug allegedly had a homie there with him that said, do you want to leave here with your life or some shit like that? Like we just heard in the clip, and then also stating that we step on shit, meaning we as in the collective of the group that's around him or whatever. And I guess we all know in the hood what stepping on shit means. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they, Charleston White pulled out the mace. Everybody kind of like ran around him, and then they were separated. But I guess Charleston White now is trying to, call his lawyer, call the federal agents, and then the people of the airport to allegedly get Young Thug in trouble because he's on probation. So,
is that going far? I think that's pretty fucking going, a little bit more than that, homie.
Yeah, no, I think it's fucked up, honestly.
And I know he is smaller of a stature kind of gentleman there. And I know his ego is 6'3", but that nigga like 5'5", 5'8".
That's what makes it so crazy is like,
let's not get it twisted.
Characters like Charleston White, and I'll even take it back to Tekashi, no matter how much I think Tekashi is cool and I like him or whatever, but it seems like what they are hired to do in the industry is to cause these little confrontations, right, that turn into a bigger confrontation to where they could actually get that said artist in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like he's paid like an industry plant to be the one to rile up this and be like, I don't give a fuck if Young Thug got locked up, keep him in there, he's a murderer, blah, 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 this and that. And that's what made Young Thug approach him, I believe, at the airport to see what was going on. And then the threats ensued, I guess, is what Charleston White is saying. Mm-hmm. And then now I guess he's going to take legal action and see if it gets Young Thug in any trouble. So that's what we're going to be talking about first. Ayo, what do you think?
These certain individuals there, especially Mr. White, he's all over the internet. You know what I mean? I believe he just got into another altercation there, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 or 3 weeks ago prior.
With who?
You know what I mean? At another show, he got on stage. Somebody jumped on the stage and straight up went to cold cock him. You know what I mean? Jumped up on stage and straight from the audience. It was like
a comedy show, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This cat just straight up and,
I remember hearing about that, yeah.
I think that he is kind of, being too loud there and he needs to kick back on his volume. He needs to learn how to level it out, little man.
I think they're paying
level
him.
It out,
I think they're paying him for that volume, though. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like going
of course.
back to like, let's.
Well, you don't get paid for any of that. That's controversy.
Let's provoke these people on probation, so that way they get in trouble, and then they
well,
get
I don't know why
you're
fucking
these
with
groups or these gangs. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you got to think about it. Tekashi was going after like the other gangs like from California, from Chicago, all over the place that were pulling up to airports to fight him and shit. And then when they would pull up, there was federal agents ready to arrest that gang. So I think this is kind of like the same situation where, Young Thug, don't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit falling for everybody talking about
bait trap.
Right?
Yeah,
they're rage baiting you.
Rage baiting you. There
They're
you go.
they're step baiting you. You know what I'm saying? Like they're baiting
Don't
you
do
into
it.
step on shit, and that's what's gonna get you in trouble, bro. Even making the threat or even having your
A response on the internet.
your chunky homie right there with the gun going like that, like, do you want to leave with your life or whatever? It's kind of crazy, bro.
And that's
So,
gonna lead you into that there, like what you're saying.
yeah,
you
you
know, they're
gotta,
gonna
you gotta get a tighter ship, Young Thug. I know you just got out and you're trying to prove a point, but you gotta prove that point in silence and without reacting with emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were all taught that,
But everybody's year changes there, man. For the time that you were doing time, your time stood still. While you were behind bars there, you were doing that fucking bid, though. You know what I'm saying? Your mind didn't shift. Your mind stayed the same. With the cats that was outside doing other shit, doing licks, fucking coming up on it real quick there. You know what I mean? Their mind is on a different pattern.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely like,
You know, and
the
with
YNs
the
think different,
shooters
the
and the
ENs
gunners,
think different. Yeah, they
man.
all think different nowadays. You know what I mean? And sometimes they even see like just the moment of the phone calls that happened when he was in jail, right? They saw that as a moment of weakness or possible snitching. So he did lose a lot of street credibility when it came to this whole case in general. So it does suck that his name is thrown in the air and so delicate at the moment. But at the same time, like I said, just stop. Like, don't react. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say about that shit.
Yep. Stay away and stack your paper, man.
All right.
You motherfucker, you.
It's kind of what I saw whenever I was watching the Jay-Z interview. We're going to get into that next. You remember, did you watch it finally, AO? We're going to have to watch it again, bro.
That shit was...
So Jay-Z, basically the biggest non-relevant hypocrite in hip-hop. The hip-hop world is saying Jay-Z's only relevance to the industry now is his money, his status, and his wife, not being the god of rap. So let's break it down, right? What's the last thing you've heard from Jay-Z realistically? Like, honestly.
Music-wise, or
Anything.
just like his competency,
So
or
before
his
this interview,
relevance?
when was the last time you seen Jay-Z?
Oh,
Like,
man. At like a basketball game.
Okay. So
Courtside.
last time I think I seen him, because I really don't watch sports. So last
That's
time
it.
I seen him was at that billionaire, the Black Excellence brunch or whatever, right?
Okay.
With Puffy, and everyone is there wearing pink, and he's all, I'm wearing mauve, bro. You know what I'm saying? Remember when hey, Jay-Z, nice pink outfit, and he's all, it's not pink, it's mauve, bro, as he's jumping in the car. That was the last
It's
time.
not purple, it's periwinkle.
Yeah, that was the last time I seen Jay-Z, right? And he had the shorter dreads and all that. So then he comes back, and now he has these long-ass dreads with the beanie, and he's kind of dressed like a more mature Hove, like the uncle of rap rather than the god of rap, right?
Man, he remind me
And,
like he a speaker from South Florida, man. Lil Haiti all day right there.
Yeah.
He ain't from Jamaica, Queens, you know what I mean? He look like he's South Haiti.
So in the recent interview with GQ, Sean Carter Z basically nonchalantly and narcissistically sat down with a new age interviewer to say a few things. He basically said, that people with money, talking about millionaires and billionaires, aren't the sick and bad people. He said, sick people will do bad things whether they have money or not. So let's stop and talk about that shit. Do you think he was deflecting the question and like avoiding the whole, misinterpretation where people think that the more richer you get, the more evil things you have to do to get more and more money, right? I think, and he said, which was interesting is he said the word millionaires. He didn't even mention billionaires. You know what I'm saying? He's all, it's like saying all millionaires are evil people. And he was saying, so what is that amount of money that turns them evil? Is it 999,000 and they're not evil? And then once they get $1 million, they're evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was trying to break down. But
Are you saying, is it all numerology?
I think he's just deflecting. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just, for the fact that he didn't even mention billionaires means that he's protecting a whole group of people by saying millionaires, because there's more millionaires in the world than billionaires. You know what I'm saying? And he's a billionaire. He's not a millionaire. So for him to say millionaires in general is why I'm trying to break that down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got one to back that up right there for
All
you
right,
there. You know
go
what I mean?
ahead.
To contest with that there. Who is going to try to invest themselves into buying a franchise of a basketball for the national NBA. You know what I mean? For NBA.
Well, and that's what he said.
He
too.
wanted to buy, right?
Yeah, he said he's all even.
He
if
wanted to build a casino.
He said even if I own 0.1% of a basketball team as a rapper, I still won because I own that team and it's a Brooklyn team, right? That was his main point of I'm so successful and I'm better than all these New York rappers because of that fact that I own part of a basketball team. And so that is why I'm saying he's standing on more of his stature and his status and the money he has rather than the wordplay
The accomplishment.
and the wordsmith and the rapping skills that we all expect to hear from Jay-Z that we're not hearing from Jay-Z, right?
Like how we said last episode, where's that grimy? Where's that pissed off Jay-Z?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's this fucking little lollygag there? You know, quiet.
And then he also speaks on the battle aspect of hip hop. He said it should be removed since breakdancing is an Olympic sport now. And then that battle raps, like specifically the Kendrick and Drake battle, the diss songs, the back and forth were entertaining. But he says in this day and age, it's becoming too negative. So
It's because he's sensitive.
no, I'm saying that, and he's hypocritical for that because before he even came out with this interview and before all this controversy, everybody viewed Jay-Z as the god of rap. Everything Jay-Z is solid. Follow what he says all the way down, all the way from the 20s, right? From the 20-inch rims and the Cristal, everything that the Jacob watches, the fucking iceberg sweaters, like all that shit was Jay-Z, bro. And he influenced all of that all the way up until the battle with him and Nas, right? When they were going back and forth. And he, how he says now in this old uncle voice, he says the hip hop battle's getting too negative, take the battle aspect out of hip hop. When in back of the day, when he was battling Nas, he was saying, let's see, I came in your Bentley Jeep, I came in your Bentley backseat, skeeted in your Jeep, I left condoms on your baby seat. So like he basically was saying before he said that was all kids and women were off limits when it came to the hustler street code and to rap diss battles, right? But
Right. Don't talk about the women or the children.
And then check this out. So then he was one of the first ones to start doing that shit. So then it set off the whole era of hip hop to be like, oh, if Hove can diss Nas like that, we can diss everybody the way we want to fucking diss everybody, right?
First off, fuck you, bitch.
So then Jay-Z comes back 2026 and says, oh, everything's too negative. It's like, motherfucker, you influenced the shit to become so negative, and now you're pretending like you're stepping away from it, like I had nothing to do with the shit. You have to realize all of these rappers looked up to Jay-Z, bro. All of them. They still do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them look up to Jay-Z, and it's fucking crazy, dog. Like,
wild.
They need to step back and realize that this guy's being hypocritical, and he's only doing it for his own selfish well-being. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Daddy Hove.
He also spoke on the sexual abuse allegations on the, but the internet doesn't believe him for some reason. And the reason probably why is because, we've seen the trend since Aaliyah. You know what I mean? Aaliyah was so young when he was with her. Then she got with Dame Dash. Then she ended up passing away after that. Suspicious. And then we have the allegations that him and Puffy did whatever to that little girl actor from the Scary Movie, right? I forgot what girl it was, but she was at the Nickelodeon Awards. Yeah.
Okay.
And that they did something for that. So that was like a conspiracy theory that kind of got like pushed under the rug. Other conspiracies that him and Puffy were involved in all these other things pertaining to what Puffy just got caught up to, and then all of a sudden Jay-Z was quiet when Puffy got caught up and nowhere to be found. He left the country, kind of suspicious.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm back.
All of these things lead up to the point of him being hypocritical in that one entity in hip hop that's literally trying to destruct it. And for all I know, he's getting paid $2.8 billion to destruct the whole elemental table of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I don't know. Let's be real. What do you think, AO?
Man, he hasn't impressed me in over 15, 20 years, man. Everything is recycled. You know what I mean? He always jumps on everybody's features and tries to make himself look like he's the best.
Yeah, that was
first off. He's a writer there. Yeah. He likes to jock ride there the other sound because it gets him happy. He doesn't come out with anything that I know that's original. You know what I mean? I didn't buy the fucking Black Album. I didn't buy the fucking Blueprint. I didn't buy Hove Rock Familia there. I didn't do none of that. I haven't rocked that shit since the Life of
I
Time
think
of
the
Sean
only
Carter.
album I've actually had from Jay-Z was Reasonable Doubt and The Dynasty, Rock La Familia. That was the only two.
Yeah.
But
not even the Hustler, babe. I did it way back before with like the Hard Knock Life.
right, but I'm glad you said what you said though, because he's also stating that he never took advantage of anybody while he was coming up or used any type of loophole in the music industry to his advantage. But that's also a lie, because in recent interviews with Dame Dash and other close associates, they say that Jay used his stature to always jump on people's records that were hot. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen. That's why all the features at that time, fucking Jay-Z was on the feature or the remix.
yeah, like Give It To Me wasn't his song, the one of Pharrell. Give me that sweet, that funk, that nasty stuff. That was Homie's, the one that did the hook. He was on State Property. Oshino, I think it was his name.
The sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff.
That was his song, and then Jay-Z jumped on it and took it for his. And then he did the same thing with what was it? Can I Get a What? That was originally Ja Rule's song, and then he took that over, put it on his album, and then ended up putting it on the Rush Hour soundtrack as well.
Snake.
Jay,
I sound better on it than you. I'm gonna snake that shit out.
And you also said this. He's also guilty of stealing and sampling quotes from rappers to make songs. Like Dead Presidents, he sampled Nas. He used
when it hits so flow the hard, you cannot hit like this.
He's used countless Biggie and Slick Rick rhymes. He's used a bunch of shit from other rappers, and it seems like it's more than just paying homage. They had that whole I'm a biter, not a writer segment on YouTube like years back. They show every single
that was our favorite
lyric that Jay-Z's ever stolen in his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys get a chance to check it out, check it out. But so that's all I kind of wanted to say about the whole Jay-Z situation and how I broke down the interview from the hypocrisy to what he's really trying to make himself seem like to the public eye, right? Because what everyone in hip hop sees Hove as this guy that just sitting in this platinum plated, diamond encrusted throne.
My wife Beyonce.
And then as his wife Beyonce, and everything he says is golden, right? So like, are we really listening to Jay-Z? Like, not just listening to the music, but are we really listening to his opinion in 2026? You guys tell me. What do you think, Ayo?
Yo, this guy is keeping quiet for a reason. Kanye was quiet for a reason, but at least he came out with some of his own thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's been out of the limelight. Everybody's figuring it out right now. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, behind the veil, that we don't know what's going on there, hip hop. And we need to question this shit.
I'm glad you mentioned Kanye West because he is coming back. Bully just dropped this week.
Oh, shit.
The Bully rollout
Hell yeah.
is official. It dropped March 27th and 28th on all streaming platforms. This is the 12th studio album in 4 years.
4 years? Man.
Features include Travis Scott, CeeLo Green, Don Toliver, and Peso Pluma.
Okay.
We've already heard Preacher Man. We've heard Beauty and the Beast, White Lions, and King already. I can't wait to hear the rest of the album. I haven't put it on yet, but we will when we're cooking now after this.
That's going to be sick there. I mean, and from what I've seen from the visual arts that he's doing with these music videos, fucking really heavy.
So like the album release, I'm glad you brought that up, is because he had a whole wrestling ring with like luchadors. They're all fighting each other while the whole album was playing, and it was kind of a reference back to when he was dropping the teasers to Bully when his son was in the ring and he was just beating the shit out of all of the wrestlers with a hammer. That shit was hilarious, dog. Like all this artsy shit that he's doing is really cool. One of the videos he shot like in like a church setting, and it had like aliens and astronauts walking in and out. Song's really dope. It has Travis Scott on it. He makes a feature in the video as well. But it's just a really cool time for hip hop. Honestly, I really do feel like Kanye is getting back to his old school sampling and just hardcore talking shit lyrics and just making everyone think about what he's saying, and that's what Kanye is here for. That's what I believe,
He is the flare. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the ocean, he's the flare.
Yeah. like on the vest of the guy at
the boat is sinking. Shoot the flare.
Tchotchkes. No, tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes.
On
I got minimal flare.
Yeah. 22 pieces is the minimal, but you need 23 to make it Kanye West. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
Let's see
That's good though.
the big narrative switch. There's no AI on this shit. Kanye posted and pushed. There's no way that there's gonna be AI on Bully,
Amen.
which is awesome. He's gonna do nothing but old school samples with his beats, and
Keep it real.
whatever he says is gonna be hopefully dope. You know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't say something too stupid and I make myself look dumb for bigging him up this whole time.
Well, we're just saying there. Hopefully, you come up with something that's smart and you know what I mean, very thought provocative. There, that's going to shift the culture and the masses there to thinking a certain way there, without being too fucking government-ish.
I like that he does this though. He does unauthorized samples. He took like a Black Sabbath sample and the Supreme sample without their permission. So I think doing shit like that,
Outlaw,
like
rebel.
Kanye just proves like, oh, you're gonna get mad. Well, here's the money for it. I guess you know what I mean. Is
I'll
what
pay
it
you off
seems
real
like
quick.
he's gonna do. Massive promo push. Everybody's talking about it, including us. Shout out to Kanye West. We definitely love you, bro. I think if you're gonna do something positive for all of the rap game and take out all these negative people, these evil people, whatever we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's part of that Avengers team that we talk about, the Jim Carrey, Cat Williams.
He's just trying to keep his
Kanye West,
Yeah.
Justin
Shield.
Bieber. You know what I mean? Like it seems like all these fuckers are going at the industry this year, and I couldn't be more excited. You know what I'm saying?
And we're barely getting into spring, folks. We haven't even hit the hot summer yet.
It's gonna
You know
get
what I mean?
crazy
It's
this
going to
summer.
be wild there to see what everybody's anxious to drop, what everybody's anxious to say, see where everybody's mind state is. You know what I mean? And us here, there, you know what I mean? We already know what's going on. You know what I mean? We just got to I'm going to keep my big ass ears open. You know what I mean? And I'm going to check it out. I'm going to press everybody, see what it is there as far as, what they saying on these lyrical content tracks there that are supposed to affect the masses.
I'm excited for sure, AL. This has been another successful episode of Blunt Kings Podcast, episode 37. Yeah, hip hop is pissed right now. Jay-Z got called out, and Kanye is about to bully everyone in the fucking industry. So let's see what happens next. Keep your blunts lit. This episode is brought to you by Bizcochitos, the best edible cookie in New Mexico. Also brought to you by Polite's Bodega.
Where you can get the best, freshest backwoods of exotic flavors there in the Duke City there for sure. So
yeah.
you know what I mean? Go check them out, folks. You know what I'm saying? Hook you up with the
Briggs.
Houstons, Sweet Teas, ATLs there. You know what I mean? I don't think you're gonna get the H-Towns anymore. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely gonna get hooked up with the rum cakes. You know what I mean? Some of the dark smooths. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, fresh batch.
I am your host with the most, the grossest uncle, T.I.O. This is my boy.
Hey, Omega with the funky dope flavor.
This has been another successful episode of Blunt Kings Podcast. You guys have a great night.